about 220 miles, got about 320 to go.
Getting thirsty.
Bert's driving, so he can't drink anything.
Well, I got one half a tank to go, then it'll be my turn, John.
That's right. That won't be very long in this truck. A half a tank gas doesn't last very long.
I think I'll shift down to the second. I'll burn it a little faster.
Beautiful day. We're on our way to the red for one whole week. So we'll take some shots from time to time. I'll get the Red River, I'll get the Minnesota River up there for you, Pat. It's only about 3 miles. We'll see whether it's in the banks now. Coming into the Minnesota River Valley from the south. Six weeks ago, the river was spread all over the bottom down here. I presume it's in now, but we'll find out here in a minute. Right up that road about 4 miles is where we usually go fishing whenever I come up on my Labor Day stints and whatnot. There's still some mud out in the fields there, but the river's not floating out there now anyway. Nope, it looks pretty docile. Hell, it looks fishable now, doesn't it?
Looks good.
It's a nice little river.
That's one of the cautions, as they say, use the zoom, don't use it indiscriminately because it'll run your battery down.
Well, we're on Interstate 4, heading towards Moorhead.
Does it record now?
Yes, we'll record.
Okay, then you're taking good video.
And we have pressed our third slightly. We're still working. Probably have another 90 miles to go to Moorhead. And north towards good fishing.
Okay, we're at 2:58. Is that hell? The clock is showing, Bert. Not only that, the date is also working. We didn't do that. Lawrence must have done it. We are about, what is it, 100 miles from our destination? Got about 420, got 120, I think. 100 to 120 miles left to go. We're in the Red River Valley, just east of Moorhead, Minnesota, and Fargo, North Dakota. Bert is back at the wheel.
Yes, John headed serious in leaving.
Yeah. Everything's running good so far. The weather is beautiful. Hopefully we'll be at the red here in another couple hours, maybe a little less, and maybe it's less than that. See the flat tableland, mostly wheat around here. There's a lot of sunflowers.
Glad to report the radiator leak is holding.
What's that, Bert?
Glad to report the radiator leak is holding.
Yeah, the radiator repair is holding. We had one little spurt this morning at the first stop, which apparently let the stop leak work, and since then we have gone another 350 miles or so, and it is not leaking a drop.
That don't work, fill it full of black pepper.
Yeah, some guy said if we can't find the silver seal, pour black pepper in there from the table pepper, it'll work just great. Old trucker trick. We'll get some more video when we get the river. Finally, we're once more at Oslo. The water tower over there. Bert, in case you want your beer can on TV, Bert, I got a good shot of your old milk can there.
Great. Not empty.
Bert's driving. We're finally getting here. It's, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Left home at 6 o'clock this morning. Imagine Joe is probably chomping at the bit. But anyhow, we're here, 540 miles of it. Okay, here we are at Oslo. Bert and I are going to rig up the boatel that we're going to live on for the week now. We just got here. That's Joe's truck. He's up the river somewhere, apparently. And he won't be gone very long. I'm sure he'll come back looking for us. This is the river down here. Boat landings there over there. You can't see. Same bridge we got under the videos. Pat, you recognize all this, I'm sure. We're going to rig up the boat now, and then we'll try to remember. I've got to force myself to take a few seconds over here in the video so you'll understand what's going on. The boat will look different here shortly.
Well, we're seeing the boat now with the canopy rolled up on each side. When it starts raining, we'll simply roll the sides down.
Yeah. You getting it, Bert?
I've got it, John.
Okay, folks, this is the boat.
Now a view from the rear of the John boat. Joe and John putting the final touches on it before we hit the river.
We just left the shore. Bert's going to pan around a little bit. We got a little bit of a load in here. You might point up just a little bit at the top, Bert. We didn't show the canopy down. We will later. This is the canopy with all the rods up. All these sides come down. We have windows in the sides and in the front. The canopy rolls back over here and totally down in a storm so that we're totally protected. Just now getting started. We're going to find out how all this works. Joe is behind us.
First good-looking drift here. John's got his good-looking hat on.
We're trying to arrange our gear so that
Looks like
fish.
mighty fine fishing country to me.
Trying to get everything out of the way so we can live in this boat. We're going to give
Actually,
Joe a lot of stuff.
kind of short of gear. Well, here we are in our second good-looking drift. I think Joe's asleep. Look at this drift. Great drift. Here's John in his famous hat from Door County, Wisconsin.
It ain't helping yet.
He's not doing much for the fishing,
Bite
but
yet.
he's a handsome brute in it. I think fishing is about to start to pick up here. I see a little wiggle on my pole.
Obviously pretty heavy.
We're on record, Joe. Bring that fish in.
That'll take him a while.
Go down.
Some
Where's that fish, Joe? I'll tell you, Bert, this lot goes for 10 or 12. How far is he out?
He's got it up to 10 or 12 now, he says.
I don't see a fish.
It's a big one. He's getting it in there, but it takes a while. Joe's got him in the net now. We'll wait until he gets him out of the net, and we'll have him hold him up and weigh it and all that, and then we'll get him back on the video here again. Weigh this thing now, finally. What do you got, Joe?
Just about even 12, yeah.
12? Okay, take him out of that net and hold him up here, and I want to zoom.
There he is, Darren.
Okay, 12-pound Red River channel.
Wow!
Nice fish, aren't they? I think he's going to throw him back out in the river here, like we'll do all of them.
Joe's a fish abuser.
That's a nice fish. Okay. Okay, there he goes.
Nice
That hurt.
fish. Who's set?
Good morning. Sunday morning on the Red River.
We think it's Sunday.
We, yeah, after our first night, we were going to get our bunks here, but we forgot to get the video out, and we've already got him stashed away for the day. There's Bert having his morning coffee, getting things rearranged or rearranged, I guess. Joe is over here building us breakfast in his boat. His boat, of course, is not nearly as nice as ours.
I want everybody to notice who's working and who's sitting on their butt.
He lost his...
I think it's probably a housekeeping issue.
His canopy didn't make it through the first night. You can see ours, of course, is still intact and well. We haven't needed to roll down the sides yet, so we'll show you that later, along with our bunks and some of these other things. We haven't got the my new model continuous contoured fleshing commode yet, but we'll show you that later also.
A live demonstration with John.
We're going to go up here. We haven't moved the trucks. We got to take one of the trucks about 5 miles south here, then we'll be ready to start our trip down the river. We'll get some more later. Okay.
Looks like John may have snagged one in this log jam.
After 4,
Probably about a
Sunday
pound
afternoon
and a half.
here, we've been boating for a few hours, so Bert and I
pretty
stopped.
good bend to that pool there. Whoa, what do we got?
The Red River Cat. It's not one of the bigger ones by any means.
You got your net,
It's
John?
Maybe 3 pounds or so. That we're going to try to get in. Joe's back up the river. We don't know how far. We'll see him sometime tonight, I guess. It's not too big, Bert.
Well, let's see him.
Looks like about 3 pounds. Okay.
When you get above the boat, John, so I get a good shot of it.
There it is.
Good looking fish.
I'd say about 3.
Yeah, 3 pounds.
It's got himself a fish here. We're not sure. He hasn't got him close enough, but it seems to be bending the pole pretty good. What do you think, Bert? Seems to be a fairly good size. Can you get that net yourself? Bert's, okay. Boy, he did. He whapped him right in there. He didn't even waste any time on him. He looks to be about a 4 to 5 in a Bert.
You'll 5 pounds, Joe.
5? Okay, boy, I guess. Yeah, nice fish. Bert's got
Let's shut
himself
her
a
off.
5-pounder. It's only been a few minutes ago that I caught the 3, so I'm under the gun again now.
I suppose I have to admit, John told me where to throw him.
Yeah, that's right.
I had that in mind to start with.
I've been trying to get him to
Well, let me get
throw
him
his
out of
line
here.
in
I'll
where he
hold
did.
Hold him up for review.
Huh?
Let me get him out of here.
Okay, Bert's going to take him out of the net. We'll weigh him, and then we'll hold him up. Okay, he's trying to weigh him now. That one failed, so okay, we are trying again.
Well, the guy is one life.
And we failed again. Bert finally learned how to catch fish, but he hasn't learned how to weigh them yet, apparently. And he thinks it's 5 pounds, and I'm telling him it's 4.
We're going to try once more.
Okay, here it goes. It's a nice afternoon, beautiful weather, 85 today, I think it is. Come on, quit pulling down on that scale, Bert. Just let the fish do
I
it.
need my glasses.
We haven't seen
4 and a
Joe.
half, John.
Seen Joe yet? Okay, so we were both right. So
4
I
and a
guess
half pounds. Nice
I
fish.
guess we ain't gonna be able to ride each other on this one much. Why don't you take that off there and hold it up, Bert, before you turn him back? And when you're looking at this next winter, we're doing pretty good here. Looks like, Pat, huh? Hold
Now
him,
we
hold
got-
him horizontal, Bert.
We got some bait fish now.
Nice channel cat.
Got him?
Okay,
Is that
we're
a 6-pounder? He's not much bigger than that.
Where is he?
I want all these people watching this film know who's
We're
getting on camera
Sunday
catching
evening
fish.
here now, folks. We're cooking supper, and
Bring him in, Joe. Got him zeroed in.
Joe's got him one here.
Oh, that's a nice fish, Joe.
Yeah, I think we're looking at 6 to 7.
Little top water action there, Bert. Oh,
See if
take
Joe
it.
can get it in. He's
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Joe claims to be a fisherman, but mostly
Joe.
he just tells us about what he caught.
We'll find out who's been on film more later there. And let's see. He's no more. I'd say it's 5, John. Bigger fish to
5
see
to
than that.
6.
Yeah, that's 5.
Hold him up for
I'm
display, Joe.
disappointed there, Bert.
Nice fish.
Boy, there's
While Joe's catching fish, Bert is having happy hour,
And I'm
hard to be
cooking
humble when
supper.
you're perfect.
and John is cooking supper.
okay. Joe's trying to convince us he's got a big one, so we're going
I don't know, John. I think it's about 10, 12. I thought he was bigger
Make
than
him prove it.
Boy, I could not move him when I first got him hooked here.
You've been pretending like this thing weighs 400 pounds. So, as you can see, it's getting a little later at night.
Oh, yeah, he's a nice fish, though. Oh, man, I'll
We're
tell you, Bert, you
probably
gotta
going
get
to
one
tie
of
up
these.
for the night here.
You cannot
We're
realize how
long.
strong they are until you get one of them.
This is still Sunday evening. Just finished eating.
Look at him go. Look at him go.
Joe's kind of a grandstander, you know. What? Oh, just bring him in,
Yeah.
Joe. Come on.
Really right on in here, huh?
You're not a turtle.
No, that's not a turtle, Bert. Oh, man. Oh, look at that. Look at the size of the head on him, huh?
It's a pretty good
I
sized
don't know, Bert.
catfish Joe's
Yeah,
got
Big
here.
old male.
Huh?
It's a big old male.
Yeah, I think you're looking about 15 there, aren't you, Joe?
Go to the net, Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I tell
you
what,
better
Bert,
have a
give me
net.
assist here.
Why don't you go ahead? Did you tie us on, Bert?
No, I didn't tie his on, buddy. Get back here with him and hang on here.
This is a pretty good sized catfish here, folks.
Bring him over
Gee.
here.
We'll have to hear a lot of stuff out of Joe after this, too, until we catch one that big.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's my third one over 12 anyway.
We'll get it in
the size
before
of the head
my
on him.
battery
See that,
runs
Bert?
out, Joe.
Huh?
Get it in before my battery runs out here. We can only waste so much of this film on you.
Now, hold here, Bert. Let's don't get. Oh, man.
We're, he's got it
Ready,
pretty
Bert?
well fired, or tired out,
Right,
so.
got him? Bert, no! Slide, no, Bert! God damn it, boy! There you go. Wait a minute. Shit. Bert, take my rod.
Here in the net
Get
now,
on
finally,
mine.
after the boat got away.
Let's put him in here in the boat here first, so
And,
Bert.
Careful that net, that baby's really getting whipped up bad. This is a big fish, folks, and I'm gonna just put it on pause till we get it out of the net. so they can weigh it. Just verified it. It is 14 pounds. So we're gonna let Joe hold it up here a little bit later. Joey's catfish. Bert's got it, as you can see.
We're untied.
It's big.
Oh, that's
Joe is gonna hold it up here for us before
nice
he
fish there.
turns it loose. It's a whopper, I'll tell
See
you.
that son of a
Look at
gun?
that mouth on that thing, for heaven's sakes.
Hope you folks notice how many times you see me holding these fish up and these other two guys haven't caught
Joe's
one yet.
also
Even come
full
close
of
to that.
bullshit, as you've already
Yeah,
noticed.
it's hard to be humble, but
Look at that mouth on. Turn that mouth this way one more
man, that's
time,
got a
Joe.
huge mouth. That's a big
Look
old
at
male.
that mouth on that thing.
Big old male there, I'll tell you.
God almighty. Look at that. Jeez.
What do you
Look at
think?
that, folks. How you like to
kiss that
stick
thing,
your
Bert?
hand in there?
Ain't taking down nothing either.
Wow. 14
All right.
pounds. Okay, we're gonna.
Well, that's bigger.
Joe's gonna turn it loose now.
That's still not 20, but that's bigger.
This is still Sunday night, folks. We got big things gonna happen this week.
Monday morning on Red River, John just snagged, looked like about a 10-pounder.
Bit of a storm last night.
If you can get him in. He looked a little rough this morning, didn't sleep too well last night. Or did it face, John?
Ah, he's ready, I think.
John's
This
playing
is
him,
a pretty good sized catfish, folks.
letting him tie himself out till he tries to land him with a net.
Huh?
Looked like a keeper, John.
He's okay, I think. He's pretty tired.
This time we caught one, Joe's been
Not that
embarrassing
tired,
us.
is he? Come on, big fella. Yeah, he's a pretty good sized catfish, folks. I'll tell you that. And he right now seems to be winning.
Little life left in this fish. This isn't the size Joe would mess with, but we like him this size. John's got him in the net now.
Okay.
One more fish bites the dust.
Why don't you shut her off?
I'm gonna recording.
Okay.
John just lost his fish.
Here it is.
Monday morning special.
Ah,
Good, solid 10 pounds.
get him? Got him?
I got him. Beautiful picture, John.
Nice fish, folks.
Could you smile for the camera, John?
Huh? Yeah. Doing a little Monday afternoon cruising.
I don't see a crick.
We're tied to Joe's boat, and Joe is doing the powering here. We're just kind of floating along for an hour or two. Bert says we're supposed to be coming up, going by a creek here, and we can't find it, so we're not sure Bert knows where we are. But we've spent about 25 miles on the river now, I guess, something like that. We're going to cruise here for another hour or so, and then we'll probably stop and do some more fishing again. We just had lunch about an hour ago.
I would guess the map is wrong.
Huh?
I would guess the map is wrong.
Hell, we're lost.
I don't see a creek.
We're lost, John. Bert don't know where we're at.
But look for a bridge.
Where's this creek supposed to be right here, Bert?
Right there.
We're lost. God darn it. Which way do we go?
Don't worry, folks. I will straighten them out.
Downriver? All right.
We haven't caught any more fish since I caught the 10 pounders, so you haven't missed anything there. Like we mentioned earlier, a bit of a storm came up last night, and we weathered that
could be
well.
a dry
Boat held
creek.
up really nice, no problem. Good sleeping in it, with our banks and all that. We have to do a little rearranging during the day.
Bulldoze up
Or
there.
give us room to move around in. Really working well, though. Weather's beautiful again. Supposed to be a high temp of 70 degrees today.
You know where we're at.
Cool and sunny through tomorrow yet, so we're in pretty good shape for a while. We'll be back with some more fish.
Well, it's Tuesday morning on the Red River. See, Joe just broke camp and heading down towards work camp.
We haven't seen him since last night.
Evidently, Joe thinks the smell around our boat affects his fishing, so we don't see much of him during the night. He very much camps upstream. Harry's arriving for the start of the day, Tuesday.
Better have the coffee done.
How's the coffee, Joe?
Huh?
How's the coffee?
Just about there, Bert.
What'd you get
I
last
take care of
night?
you, Bert. You guys don't have your beds put up yet.
Well, Joe finally arrived, got the coffee on. See Joe setting, or John maybe stirring a little bit under that mosquito netting.
I smell coffee. Is it time to get up?
Yep, sun's coming up. Burn that fog off. Dry my boat out.
We're halfway.
Can't imagine that fog
Whoa.
condense inside your bag a little bit in there, dude.
Huh? No.
Well, we're sitting here waiting for Joe to finish up our breakfast.
Here I am working again.
Have
There they are sitting.
another cup of his gritty coffee.
We've been talking about what a beautiful day it is. It's really a beautiful day here in the North Country. Probably not even up to 60 yet, is it, guys?
No,
Got down about 50 last night. Supposed to get up to 76 today.
We have
Fog's starting to burn off the river a little.
Just fishermen.
We've been, Bert just tested out our deliers. I thought Joe's was probably reading about 50% heavy, but Bert should have done that on the sly rather than openly, because it turns out mine seems to be weighing a little heavier than his does. Got this battery off the full mark, Bert.
Stop the full mark.
We're about halfway on our float trip from on the Red River. My truck is still another, 35 river miles north.
36 miles, or no, 31 miles down there yet, John.
And
Joe's busy scrambling eggs.
we're probably going to make that sometime early tomorrow, so we'll do something else for the other 2 days. Motor probably half the distance today.
We had our first
A little more.
fish fry last night.
Oh yeah, boy, we had a great fish fry of catfish last night.
Of course, I had to catch all the fish. I want everybody to know.
Tell him to shut up, Bert.
And he ate most of them.
Well, Bert and I are cruising down the river here on Tuesday morning now, just kind of taking it easy, just getting started. It's about 8:10, something like that. Hopefully today we're gonna make Joe look sick by catching something bigger than he does. Boy, he must have caught, how many pounds of fish did you say he's caught, Bert? 150, 200?
He's over 150 by now.
That gun guy catches monster fish. Of course, he works at it a little bit harder than Bert and I do. We didn't come up here to work all that hard, and we certainly aren't. Bert's got things stashed away pretty well here. We got quite a bit of room left in the boat. When you stash it right, the canopy's still working just beautiful. The only thing I wouldn't want to do is be out in a big wind, but everything else is working exactly the way it was planned on working, so hopefully it'll stay that way. Joe's back behind us a little now. We're going to go a couple miles down here before we stop. Fishing's a little slow here this morning, so slow. That isn't because I've been drinking anything yet. It's just a tongue problem there. It's a little slow, so we're just kind of sitting here, and I thought it'd be an opportunity to show you my one of my necessities here. This is my personally contoured continuous flash commode. I was going to call it a universal, but it won't fit Joe's boat, so it's kind of tailored to this one. But hey, Bert, you want to throw the table up on there? He said this is a dual function implement here, and we had a tabletop for it, and then we use that for cleaning our fish on that. Now, how about that? Isn't that neat? A little cruising. Joe's running things here.
There, hit the bottom of that tank,
How about that? We caught that just the right time. Joe just ran out of gas. We got boats lashed together and cruising
Yeah, let's hit the
upstream a
bottom
little
of it,
bit. So
You knows how easy it is for me to change gas tanks versus what John was doing. Bert.
Joe's doing his usual running off at the mouth stuff.
How many logs out there in the center?
Joe ain't doing very good on the fishing today either. we're not doing well fishing right now, so we're kind of wondering
Yeah, we're catching fish, but the dang size.
about whether we want to
Come on.
just motor for a while. We're probably gonna need something.
Hey, see that, Bert? That's all it should take case tanks, not one of these 10-minute operations.
We're on our way again.
We gotta go.
We're going straight west now.
Damn many highways and intersections, I can't keep them all straight out here. Right over there, John. I'm gonna show Bert.
Joe thinks you got a fishing spot picked out.
First one I seen in 5 miles. I've got the deep water going under there. That'll be a good one. Let's see if I, huh? Yeah, help me just spin that around, Bert, and I'll anchor us up there.
I can't turn around here. I'd show you where they're going.
Time to really show you guys. Get it all on
This is
film.
where Joe's
I'm ready.
gonna show Bert how to fish. He says we're.
I don't know, John. It'd be best to be tied up, I guess, with your boat up there. You got a rope up front there, Bert?
Yep.
Where you been tying on to?
Oh, I got a spade if there's nothing else.
Oh, hell, that's all. That's made to order for ties, right?
Yep.
Battery's staying full all the way up again, Bert. Must be getting warm out here.
Need a little more, Bert?
Okay. Bert's praying.
Come on, Bert, tie that damn thing up.
And
Oh, shit.
this is a fishing hole.
Here, Bert. Bert, I'll tie it up.
Yeah, we're tight.
It does look pretty good. Let's see if we can't catch a big whopper out of here. If we do, somebody will be caught on video here in a little bit. Bert's working on one here.
What was that bait, Bert? That's the important thing.
He's not a real monster, but looks like he's in the keeper class, right, Bert?
Looks like about 4 or 5 pounds.
4 or 5 pounds, he says. Bert's going after him with a. Don't look like he's too tired yet, Bert. By golly, you got him in, though.
Well, he's an ugly colored fish.
He is, isn't he? He's kind of late.
Let me get the
Okay.
lyre on him.
Nice catfish. Bert's gonna weigh him here. I'm gonna guess you at 4, Bert.
Exactly.
What do you think, Joe?
4 pounds.
That thing, you throw that thing all the way to the tank.
Yeah, weigh him and then we'll cut him off. Now remember that scale weighs about 50% light, Bert, is that it? Remember Joe's listening.
5.5 pounds.
How about that?
Yeah, can't be right.
Bert's got himself a 5.5 pounder.
Well, just what it
Jiggle
says,
it a couple
Joe.
times and read again. Joe won't be satisfied, Bert. Okay.
Guys, he's
I got him
5
up to
pounds.
6.
I got him up to
5
6?
pounds of torque on that pole there he had unhooked yet.
Yeah.
Jesus, Bert, come on now.
Joe's kind of antsy. You see, he hasn't caught
5.5
anything.
pounds, Joe.
Joe hasn't caught anything today. Joe's fishing for bait fish right now.
Rather unsuccessful.
We're about, let's see, we've traveled about, what, 15 miles a day, guys?
About 14 miles out, great.
14 more miles to go on the river, so
Holy fish worth a damn all day.
we're gonna hang around here for the rest of the day.
What are you doing with that bait up there?
In fact, Joe and I are fishing for bait fish, and Bert just threw this line in and caught this nice one
I'm
here.
gonna just cut them off.
Yeah, we got plenty of hooks.
Hey, Bert,
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw this piece of cut bait I got out here before I catch one 3 times.
All right,
Oh, Joe's done
Bert
fishing for
turned
bait
him back
fish.
to the river.
He's going for big fish now.
You what?
Joe's done fishing.
What do we do? We got Joe all excited again?
Yeah, he's done fishing for bait fish.
Joe's heading. Oh boy, Joe can't wait now. He's gonna take off. We won't see him again until supper time. Huh?
I'll hold this up.
Boy, here we are again. Doggone, Bert's got another one.
What?
He was sitting there peeling onions and things. Looks like we're at least 5 pounds again.
Oh, it should have lost him.
This may run a little higher, it looks like, Bert. You think?
We got away right dull, Joe.
Yeah, boy. Just this time, Joe happens to be coming back by.
Let's keep this legal.
Trying to talk the size of this thing down. Hey, did you get any bait fish, Joe?
I'll bet you. I didn't get a damn thing.
No.
He's afraid his record's in jeopardy.
I caught 2 more little tiny cats.
Close. That is no more than, you say that's more than 6, I'm going to one away that myself.
6.5, Bert. Tell him 6.5.
8 pounds, Joe.
Oh,
Come look at him, mother.
boy. I will on that.
Here, Bert, hold it so this camera can see it, and I'll guarantee you, we will record this. Move it a little bit, Bert. Huh?
Come on, Bert.
Move it just a little bit, Bert, behind the rod.
About 7.
7? Okay, I can't see it. It's too close. But
Yeah, right
maybe
on,
the camera can. My focus
right on 8 pounds, John.
my focus on this eyepiece isn't.
Well, let me get him out of the net so I can display this. Joe.
Okay. Yeah, you better hold him up, Bert. I don't think Joe believes you yet.
Doesn't read that big, Bert, does it?
Golly, Joe, I believe Bert when he says it is.
Is that 8, Bert?
Oh, yeah, 8 pounds.
You're kidding.
Less the weight of the net.
Well, you were here when
Well,
Must be
here.
a real solid one.
you were here. Hold him up horizontal, Bert.
Yep, hell, he's not full of eggs.
You were here, Joe, when he calibrated that thing, you know. So
Look like mighty
Okay.
fine fish, me.
you bet it is.
Yes, sir.
Is that 8, really, Bert?
The 8 pounds is the weight of the net. Boy, he's got sharp teeth.
Joe, Joe,
He's 8, but I'll tell you, he doesn't
Joe's
look that
just a little jealous.
big. He doesn't look that big, nah.
Well, none of yours did.
Huh?
Yeah, none of yours look quite that big to us, Joe.
Let me see this fish, Bert.
Well, let me get him out of
That don't weigh 8 pounds.
Oh, now Joe wants to weigh it on his own. We're gonna shut the camera off.
Oh!
Just before Joe weighs it, we're gonna shut the camera off,
That's a nice
and you
male,
folks
though.
are
Well,
never gonna know.
That's a nice male. They fight better than those females.
I want it.
At the most,
Is that
5
the
pounds.
Joe's challenging Bert's weight, and I think Bert maybe
Most
stretched
five.
it just a little, but
That same scale you've been using on yours?
Which weighs a ½ pound lighter at least on 8 pounds than yours does.
My golly, he got that out of a different box.
we may never know because Joe can't seem to hang the fish on
He's
there.
got the competitors.
thing-
He's got the damn competitor
This fish
scale.
maxes at 5 pounds at the most, people. I've
Bert.
got too many of them.
Bert played this one out.
I'll tell you what,
Pretty
Bert,
well.
I'll give you a 4.5 on it.
Hold on.
4.5 at the most.
Hold it. We're gonna measure it with another scale now.
What is it?
Well,
You'll handle that, huh?
Hey, hit
sounds-
him on there.
I think
sounds,
we've got
sounds
a
like
little bit of
Bert
stretch
maybe
and
stretched
truth
it
here,
a little
folks.
bit too far this time. But he had him going for a while.
Yeah, I might take that 8 for a 6.
I kind of thought you were stretching a little, Bert, but I was helping you out all I could.
man.
Well, when you've been in a boat for several days, you decide it's time to get out and walk around, spend some time on the shore, and as you can see, that's what Bert's doing here right now. He's sitting on a stump, sipping a beer, trying to do some fishing. Bert's had a pretty good afternoon. I've been trying to catch bait fish for him all afternoon, so I haven't done anything. Later on, they're going to get me in a video when I catch anywhere between 15 and 20-pound catfish. And it'll be their turn to do the work. Here's a good shot of the Red River mud bar. Those cracks are a couple inches wide. The silt is so fine here. There's no sand at all. It's just mud. And the color of the water kind of indicates that too. Beautiful day. No wind at all right now. About 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I guess. see him, but Joe is up there above that drift there. He's kind of just waiting for the evening too. Yeah, pretty nice stretch of river here. We're gonna catch some catfish before we leave here tomorrow. Only about 14, 15 miles, I think, in truck now. Got Bert from a little different angle here. Hadn't caught anything yet. I said it's time for me to get out of the boat and walk around a little bit. We're looking at the boat now. You notice we have done a little jury rigging here. That'll be part of the standard equipment next year. I'll make a couple of nice rods. This what we can do with a couple of extensions of those back rods there is we make a nice sun canopy, and boy, does that make a difference in a really bright sunny day. We got a canopy all the way back to the tail end. Can't quite stand up in there, like, yeah, pretty closely can, but you hit your head on it. Full open configuration right now. We're gonna get some video before we come back home with this thing all closed down so you can see how much we really have to protect us that we haven't really ever shown yet, I don't think. There's the continuous flush commode. I got the, see the radio here, and that's my tackle box there. And I have the compasses in there, and then I've got the map propped up so I can see where we're at all the time when we're traveling. We've got this heron that has been hanging with us for a long time now. Kind of hoping that we can get a little closer to him, but there he goes. One of those, you know, they just kind of jump ahead once you get close to him. You go a little ways, and then he'll wait for us to come back up and catch him again. Playing games with us. That gun Bert is catching these things now today faster than I can keep a camera on him.
Well, we'll put the scale on this and then see what he comes out.
He's, if you're watching earlier, you will realize that Bert tried to fib just a little bit, right, Bert?
6.5, John.
6.5. Okay, now this is a true 6.5, folks. This has not been stretched by Bert this time. And boy, Bert's caught about 30 pounds of fish here in the last 3 hours, so he's doing great. It's a real nice channel cat. Let's hold that one up before you throw her back, Bert. You see it's 5:42. We're getting ready to cook supper and all that for the night. And Bert's been keeping his fishing line out here while we've been trying to catch bait fish and whatnot. He's done really well at it. Yes, sir. Wow. Okay. Well, we've kind of taken a little time out to cook supper here tonight, and Bert and Joe are rehashing their size contention of this afternoon. Joe
Obviously won.
finishes a jar of olives there, and Bert's still trying to think of a story that'll pass. And we got the hamburgers on the grill here. That's my job right at the moment. So
Who got it ready?
Joe bought a grill here that's so damn fancy. We just said the heck of it. We just took it out of the box and threw away the hardware, and we're using it straight that way. So we're cooking hamburgers and fried potatoes.
Onions.
Yeah, Bert diced some onions, so we got those. Beautiful evening shaping up. We're bound to catch some fish. Right, Bert? At least Bert will, anyhow, after the afternoon. It's really a nice evening. Totally calm. 6:30 here in the evening. Temperature's about, I suppose, in the early 70s. But a really nice night. And we're gonna finish supper and fish a little while. I want to fish a while instead of just taking video of these guys. And
Or John got a shot of the cattails
where?
on the bank there.
Bert says get a shot of the cattails. Yeah, there are some really something cattail lined banks here. We've been tying up too every now and then. They're a little different up here.
We haven't seen a soul for 3 days.
Yeah, we're really out here all by ourselves. Probably see civilization tomorrow. We're not too far from the truck.
Took about 14 miles.
Yeah, we saw a combine or two and things like that today. Anyhow, it's really nice. We're just kind of enjoying the social hour here. Bert mixed me a drink that I'm going to work on the next 4 or 5 hours, I think. It's one of those before dinner things. Yeah. Bert, there, he's got one of them there in his cup right now. He fixed the hamburgers, and I wonder what they're going to taste like. But Joe, he's just kind of sitting on his dead tail like he always does.
For a change.
So what's your strategy tonight, Joe?
I'm gonna catch at least 10 fish 100 yards from this boat, Bert.
That's the 17th time we've heard that today. And
I bet he don't rest till he beats my 8-pounder.
is that right? I don't think he will either. In fact,
Beat your what, Bert?
fact,
Say 9 pounds that thing's up to now.
Bert and I have been thinking about moving a mile or so upriver, hiding from him, just to watch him try to find as soon as he drags in that one bigger than Bert caught today.
Oh my gosh.
Bert and I will probably take it easy on the fishing as usual, and then sack in early. And God, it's beautiful sleeping weather up here. I think you saw some of that this morning. We'll rig the boat up for the night and go from there. This is the radio holder. I modified the one I built for Kenneth several years ago. Okay, we found a skeleton here that it looks like it's been washed out of the bank. It's a big animal of some kind. You can see the rib bones, and there's some other huge bones there. Bert's got the skull, which, want to describe that, Bert?
Well, it's dead. It has
Look at that. It's not a cow.
sharp teeth here. Near as we can tell now, we think is a monstrous bear,
But
which
it's,
we're glad it's not alive.
we're not sure how old. It's obviously isn't something that's been washed in. It's, I'm going to start the engine up here and turn this around so we can,
We'll take it to an anthropologist and find out. But
we're going to go back and look
this
at
is
it
good
again.
preschool material for Glenda.
We're going to turn around here and look at where we got that one more time. It's, we saw it when we came by it earlier today. And we thought, well, what the heck, maybe it's a cow or something. But here's the rest of that skeleton. And it's pretty obvious the thing's been washed out of the bank. It's not something that, it's not something that just washed in. This is a cut bank. It's been cutting away with water. So whatever it is has been buried for however many feet under the ground there for a long time. So Bert will bring the skull back to Glenda, and we're gonna what? Bert's gonna find out what that son of a gun is, right?
Take it to King Museum and have it identified.
Almost looked like a tiger skull when I looked at it there, Bert. How about that, saber-toothed tiger, huh?
You got some mean-looking teeth on it.
Oh boy, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we thought you folks ought to really enjoy that. Just realized that we certainly don't have just a modern-day animal here. Bert found the jawbone, and look at that row of teeth. Wow. Which do you think is the front and which is the back, Bert?
I think it's the front.
That's
It's ready
the
to
front.
go. Hey,
Okay, then you put the skull up there and put the saber teeth come down on the front of that. We got some monster here, folks. Look at that, for heaven's sakes. Wow.
But he's a real hay burner.
Maybe a key archaeological find here. Wow. Anyhow, we got the whole skeleton of that darn thing over here yet. We're probably gonna look at that again tomorrow. Wednesday morning, and we're coming into Drayton. Bert and I got the short straws, and we're making the beer run. We went about 15 river miles in the last hour. We're gonna go down and pick up Joe's truck at Oslo, and we're gonna resupply here. Then we'll head back up the river and find Joe. He's about 15 miles away now. Somewhere up here, there's a boat ramp. My truck's there. That's Bert. We're 3:30 in the afternoon. Bert spent quite a long day on the river here, by the way. This is a return trip from Drayton here on the floor. That's Bert's. That shows how much fuel that took. And we have just got back now to where we left Joe. He's sitting down here. I'm going to turn around in a second. And what we're going to do is show you how Joe acts when we left him for about 8 hours. And he thought we should have been back 2 or 3 hours ago. He had big hopes for fishing when he left this morning. And we don't know whether he's caught anything or not, but you're going to see it the same as we do. And if he acts badly, remember that Bert and I taught him everything he knows about fishing, but the rest of his bad habits are his own. So we're going to see how he acts now. I'm going to turn this around and I'll turn it back on. Okay, don't do her too loud, Bert, or too hard. Okay, here's Joe. Now, like I say, you can see it's 3:27. It was about 8 o'clock this morning when we left to go into Drayton and then down. We went down to Grand Forks. We've done about 30 river miles plus today, and 100 road miles. 8 at a Hardee's, which Joe won't like when he hears that either. But at any rate, we're going to see now that we're back here how he's done and how he tells it. We'll be there in a second or so. Okay, now, here we are. What'd you get?
6 and an 8 is all I got.
Keep any of them?
You guys must have some trouble somewhere along the way, huh?
No.
Huh?
No, we didn't have any trouble.
A whole hell of a lot of river miles, huh?
Yep. Well, he did.
This is more like catfishing weather, Johnny. Humidity's up.
Hey,
This is more like catfishing weather. The humidity's up.
he's acting better than I thought he would. He knows he's on camera.
You been drinking that beer?
Huh?
You been drinking that beer?
Why drank it all? Soon you're gonna bring more.
How many cigarettes you got
There you
left?
go. He didn't do too bad, did he?
You buy a carton?
I'm
we got the
surprised.
damn thing.
You guys are dead. Bert, you gotta learn how to lie right now.
One of the things we didn't show earlier was, look at that doggone Joe, he's clean. He shaved, he took a bath, the whole bit.
Cleanliness is good practice.
Bert changed clothes this morning, I don't understand that either.
2 pairs.
My goodness, I haven't changed my clothes. I got the same little thing on I came out here on.
I recommend that bath. Man.
Bert's driving here, we're tied together.
Look at that bucket of John. Hell, I just did that. You worked all right.
Bert's not as sober as he's trying to pretend to be either. Look at that, folks. There's the evidence. Well, Joe didn't do too well while we're gone, so hopefully we're going to catch a lot more up here in a few minutes. Gonna go a couple miles up the river yet. Been a nice day. A little windy out though. Battery's not very well. It's still the first one. Got the other one out of the truck.
Well, it's getting more like catfish. More humidity, right wind direction.
Joe. Ram him broadside.
Look at that. I think I lost him there.
They're gonna go to bed.
That's a real live, on the loose, wild moose, folks. Came up on him, he was just crossing the river. Thought I'd bring everybody up to date on where we're at here. Looking at Bert's back. We're in a huge drift here. Trying to catch huge catfish. We're now, we're back south of Oslo. And Pat, for your benefit, we're about 1/4 mile below where you and I got caught by the storm last year. We were all the way to Drayton, and we didn't like the river. The fishing just dried up to nothing because we didn't have all the typical drifts and things like this down here, and so Joe wanted to move, and we said, okay, we'll do that. So we went to Drayton, and loaded the boats on the trailers, and drove back here. We're just south of Oslo. About 5 road miles, 10 river miles. It's Thursday afternoon now. You just saw the moose a little bit ago. And if this video comes out right, I suppose you would have seen me playing around in the boat yesterday afternoon when Bert was taking some video. We're hoping the fish will pick up. They're starting to predict some heavy weather now for tonight. 60% chance of thunderstorms, I think. We're kind of hoping that we don't mind rain, but we don't want too much wind. It was really neat when we saw the moose. I never really expected to see that. We caught it right in the middle of the river, but by the time we spun them around and got the video camera out, we didn't get a chance to take very much footage of it. So hopefully we'll get some more of the, catch a nice big catfish here. Before we leave, we're going to get some of this boat with canopy tied down all the way around. It's really working great. Bert's got a good one here of some kind. We don't know what. Better not be a carp or you're going to be embarrassed, Bert, because I've got this fish being watched. Bert's trying out. He broke his line on about a seven pounder, Joe say, Bert? And Bert was trying to get him in too quick and cracked like a rifle shot. I gotta go get Bert the net. Okay, we got him in the boat now. And we're guessing somewhere around 8 at this point. Nice one. Yes, sir.
Fine fish.
Nice looking catfish, Bert.
I'll put the scale on him.
Yeah, we're gonna weigh him here. Bert's like me, blind without his glasses. Weigh the fish, but you gotta find your glasses first. This is really tough on a big fish without weighing that at all. You got a knife? Here, just grab my big knife. Is my big knife sticking in that corner there, Bert, or I suppose I got it
I can get
clean?
him away with the hook anyway.
Inside the tackle box.
Maybe.
The things are really clouded over now, and the wind's starting to blow pretty good.
Looks like we might have some weather before the night's over. Okay, Joe can't see this, Bert, so we maybe ought to add a pound for all this fighting. He probably lost a pound, didn't he?
It's 7 pounds, John.
7 pounds. Well, it's still an awful nice catfish.
Heavier than that. I'm recording. We're in the same hole. John's tied into one. We're not sure what he...
about pretty close to the same size.
Another lunker. Can you handle the net, John?
Hell, mine's a little bigger, I think, Bert.
Oh, come on, John. God, dang it.
I'm talking about 8 here, I think.
Yeah?
8, 9.
Need some help with the net?
Okay.
This looks like a pretty good drift. That makes 2 7-8 pounders we're taking out of here.
Yeah, mine's bigger, Bert.
Wear him out a little, John. Good looking fish.
Yes. Ah, he's at least the same size.
John's weighing his now.
That sucker's 7.
6 pounds, Bert. He's flying.
7. Huh?
6 pounds.
No, 7.
Huh?
He's a good solid 7. Working on another good one here of some kind. We haven't seen him yet, but he's got him up here fairly close to the boat now. And the fish is still winning at this point. And here he comes. Oh yeah, he's a nice one.
We'll start up to Danny. You try to get the net, John.
Okay, we're gonna get a net here. Okay, we got him here now, and Bert's looking for 8 pounds now. He's got 7. What? You got 7.5, Bert?
About 7.
And so he's trying to beat that now. And this one's going to either do it or it's going to tie it, I think. Okay, we're going to weigh it here now.
Come read that, John.
Huh?
I'm writing down 10 pounds.
10?
10 pounds.
Okay, I'll check it. Right now we got 10. And I'm going to check it so that Bert, so Joe can't make him outlier.
I got a little weight here in my rod. Let me get that.
Okay, he's going to do it again now. Sensitive about these things after Joe called him on that one and Bert tried to lie about it.
Pepper, negotiate 8 pounds.
8 pounds. Uh-oh, his rod was pulling down. Okay.
But it's bled about a half pound, John.
Yep, still a darn nice fish.
Now let me display it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold him up for it. Oh yeah. Wait a minute, I can't see. There it is. Okay, I got it. Yep, that is one nice fish, Bert. I'm zooming in here.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna save him for Joe.
Well, it's supper time on Thursday evening. Sun's come back out. It's about 20 degrees colder now. We've been catching, and Joe is now filleting the catfish that we're going to be having for the evening meal. I'm going to do the frying. Got sitting here doing a little fishing at the same time. Bert's kind of just waiting, and Bert and I are having a social hour here now. A little Jim Beam in a cup, and I got stove over here ready to go. This will take about a half hour, so we'll probably get a little more then.
And taters are going, Bert.
Well, it looks like dinner is progressing nicely.
I'll be done before John. Give me a roll of paper.
Joe's cooking a little corn and a few white potatoes.
Huh?
You can see John's got her fillets all breaded, ready to throw them in the skillet.
I think I will get out a dry roll.
Fish courtesy of Bert tonight. Nice
Fried
8-pounder
catfish
in there.
coming up. As soon as the skillet gets hot.
Well, I think
Friday morning,
about
7
some fish
o'clock.
Bert.
Last full day of fishing coming up. Bert's over in Joe's boat, and Joe is cooking breakfast. Nice day. The weather didn't turn out bad like they were predicting the thing to do, so we hopefully are going to get a bunch of great big fish today to get on camera here.
Fishing is definitely
Shot of Bert and I's bunks here. Boy, have they been comfy. Mosquito nets and all.
They are starting to smell.
Well, I think Bert's is starting to smell. I think mine's all right yet.
Mark gets very good, Bert. Yeah.
Oh, yes, I didn't realize he was. Doesn't they put all of them in
This
there?
is an irrigation pump. You can see one of those big irrigation things up on the field. All up and down the river here, you'll see these places where they've bulldozed out a place to set a pumping unit of some kind to pump water out of the river for irrigation. They're the world's greatest catfish hunter, self-proclaimed. Look at him. Dead to the world. Probably been there for a couple hours.
This is the boat with the canopy all closed up for the weather, except for the front canopy, and it will be. We're going to close that up here pretty soon. Takes a video from the outside. You can see it makes pretty good sized room in here. When you close the front down, it's got a little window in the front, and Bert can show you the windows on the sides. We got a window on each side, so it doesn't give real good visibility, but you can see out. Pretty roomy. Inside of the boat again, looking from the front to the back. There's the other window. Bert's sitting in the driver's seat. You can see, boy, if you don't get into a big wind, we've really got nice protection here. We did shed a lot of rain with it the very, second night, Bert?
Second night out.
But we didn't have to fight wind. See through the window is Joe sitting out there in his boat out in the river.
Well, we got John in his boat with the canopy down. He's geared for any kind of weather. Let's run around in front of him, Joe. Looking good. John probably starting to sweat in there right now. It's pretty warm out today. It's going to be a close raise. We're gaining on John. A little wind we did rig there. Only thing I can't figure out, Joe, I don't know whose pantyhose those are hanging out the back.
Okay, it's 7 o'clock here or so, or 6 o'clock on Friday night. We are headed back to home now. Joe, we got him in tow. We lost him for a couple, 3 hours. He lost a piece out of his motor. So fishing is all over, and we talked it over and decided, well, if all we're gonna do now for spend 4 or 5 hours, fish haven't been biting anyway. 4 or 5 hours that we're probably just gonna go back to boat ramp and head on back toward wherever we came from. So
Birds like this is big.
we're a few miles above Oslo. The weather's nice. They're predicting a lot of rain around here tonight, 50% chance. So we're gonna wrap it up and head home at this point. It's been a good trip. We're not complaining.
We're going to the Lost and Found department in Oslo. Said we found that piece Joe lost.
Yeah. Yeah, we should have called the Oslo Fire Department again. I had to.